afternoon, nation. How are we doing? Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. We are live with the first break of the day. This is break number 5948. This is 3 boxes of Topps Resurgence Hobby. It's the last 3 boxes of this case. At 3 o'clock, we're doing another one. That will be out of a fresh case. And then we do have baseball, 5 Logo Fractor Topps Chrome boxes with 1 Topps Pristine Hobby live. Lots of teams live in that still. So feel free to grab your teams. We're going to hold off on dropping any fillers for a little bit so you guys can get your teams, and then we will go from there. But let's get started on this. Again, 3 o'clock drop. Fresh case coming. Then let's do it. Let's see if we can start the day off with a massive banger. Good luck, everybody. First box is empty. All right. Good luck. That's RPA, I believe, right there. So we're going to save that. I'll repeat everything again in a little bit when we get a little bit more people in here. All right, good luck, guys. Let me move this down a smidge. There we go. All right, Joey Bosa, Bijan Robinson, Joey B. Scat on the first numbered of the break out of $3.99 for the Giants. Andy Collette, Baker Mayfield, and Travion Henderson to start off. All right. Malik Neighbors, Cam Scattaboo, Trey Henderson, Tucker Kraft, Trevor Lawrence. Number to 199, Amon-Ra St. Brown to the Detroit Lions. That's going to Colin. Big Jag. Let's do it. Let's do it, Eddie. Big Jag. All right, we got Derwin James, Alvin Kamara, Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith on the refractor. Oh, man, I didn't even get to sweat that. I didn't even see that. Matthew Golden on the redemption on the base auto. Going to the Packers, John Bachar, nice, and Jahad Campbell. My bad, I did not even see that. Didn't even get to sweat it. Congrats, Packers, on the auto. Oh, that might be RPA, actually. I don't know. All right, Saquon Barkley, Sam Darnold, Stafford, Kelsey, Maserati Marv, and Cam Ward. Worthy, JSN, Cooper DeJean, Isaac Tesla to 250 for the Detroit Lions, going to Colin. And then we got Jahmyr Gibbs and Terrence Ferguson. Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Abdul Carter on the Protenics. That one's out of 250 for the New York Giants. Again, Andy Collette. We got George Kittle on the refractor, Jackson Dart, and Josh Simmons. Keep them coming. All right, Max Crosby, DK Metcalf, Calvin Ridley, Omar Norman Lott on the refractor, RJ Harvey, Isaac Tesla. Derrick Henry, J.C. Horn, Cortland Sutton, Michael Pittman Jr., Jackson Dart, and Jahdae Barron. Puka Nacua, Chris Olave, Saquon Barkley. Sauce to 425 for the Colts. That's Matty Wills. Travis Hunter on the refractor as well for the Jaguars. That is Eddie and Mason Graham. All right, see that we have more people in here, just so you guys know. Next PYT drops at 3 o'clock. It is a fresh case of Resurgence Hobby. It is going to be 3 boxes just like this break. We do have baseball live as well, so feel free to call your baseball teams. They're going to hold off on any fillers for a little bit. I know that it moves a lot slower with fillers in baseball, so grab your teams as you want. Sam Darnold, Stafford, Kelsey, Tony Pollard refractor, Brock Bowers, and Maxwell Harrison. All right, which one's RPA? They both feel thick. We're going to go with this. All right, that's an RPA. Can we have 2? Nope. All right. I don't know why that one felt thick, too. Maybe we got more cards in here. How many cards are supposed to have a pack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's why. We have more cards in this pack. All right. Chris Olave, George Kittle, Tony Pollard, Geno Smith, Patty Mahomes, Dylan Gabriel refractor, Ted McMillan refractor, and Elijah Arroyo. All right. Now we're going into the RPA. Looks like a base RPA. It's backwards, too. It is not a base RPA. Oh, man, it's a monster. It's a monster. Jalen Walker, Josh Hines-Allen, Xavier McKinney, Myles Garrett, Jalen Reed. I'm flipping it over. Oh, my God, that's so disgusting. Jackson Dart, RPA purple, 57 out of 75. Ew. Andy. Banger. Banger. That's how we're starting off the day. Happy Sunday. Absolutely filthy. Congratulations. First Giants auto of this case. And that's a massive one, guys. That is a massive one. Don't know if we're going to be able to beat that. All right. George Pickens, Dak Prescott, Kyle Hamilton, TJ Watt on the refractor, Quinshon Judkins, and Amarion Hampton RPA right there. Not a nice friggin' dart. It's a beautiful friggin' dart. Breece Hall, CMC, Bucky Irving. JD5 out of 299 on the Protenics. Going to the commie, Scott Anderson. We got Penix and Walter Nolan. Yeah, that was a good box. Hurts, Kittle, Pollard, Geno, Jamar, and Tet. Patty Mahomes, Jahmyr Gibbs, Rome Odunze, Kelvin Banks Jr. That one's out of 125 on the color match for the Saints. That's going to Anthony Redden, nice. Amarion Hampton and Luther Burden. Chuba Hubbard, Lambjack, Cam Ward. Number to 25. Oh my goodness. Andy, you are on fire. Wow. 8 on print out of 25. This is what happens on Sundays, guys. Bangers, bangers, bangers. All right. Dexter Lawrence, Travis Hunter, and Brandon Swinson. JT, Lad McConkey, Drake May, Malachi Starks refractor, Cam Ward, and Kyle McCord. Darius Slayton, Devonta Smith, Nick Bosa, Mike Evans, Ashton Jeanty, and Harold Fannin Jr. Brock Bowers, BTJ, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Luther Burden. That one's out of 175 for the Chicago Bears, Billy Roberts. Tyler Warren, refractor, and Ty Robinson. CK's not here, so we can't do that right now. With what they just said in that PM. So let him know that. And then if he wants something in between the time that he comes back, they can call. So we'll put him on the sheet for right now. Garrett, Bosa, Bijan, Nico Collins. That is out of 399 for the Houston Texans. Dennis Sousa, Shuck and Shuck. Yeah, nice. Cam is right. All right, we got our auto, and it is to 75. Good luck. Isaiah Thomas, Joey B, Trey Hendrickson, Tucker Kraft. We got Devon Achane. Oh, my goodness. Scat to 75. Booking. Going to the Giants, Andy Collette. Oh, my goodness gracious. What a break for the Giants. What a break. Trevor Lawrence, Derwin James, Alvin Kamara, Trevor Etienne refractor, JSN refractor, and Jordan James. RPA time. Devin Neal, Michael Penix Jr., Kyron Williams, Christian Gonzalez, Travis Hunter refractor. This one's out of 125. Ooh, I like it. Emeka Egbuka, 67 on print, out of 125 on the RPA. Going to Tampa, Zach Shortis, nice. Yo, every single auto has been a banger. Every single auto has been a banger. All right. Strong first two boxes of the day, guys. All right, we got one more for you. Again, 3 o'clock p.m. Next PYT dropping. It is out of a fresh case. Good luck. Jay Jettas, Nico Collins, PS2, Kyler on the refractor, Shador, and Dylan Gabriel. That is RPA. Tua, Leak, Garrett, JCM. That one's out of 250 going to the Commanders. That is Scott Anderson. Brock Purdy and Xavier Watts. George Kittle, Tony Pollard, Geno Smith, Bo Nix, out of 75. Whoo. Sneaky. Scott Anderson, nice. Love and Donovan Jackson. Hey, if this is how the breaks are going to go today, oh, we're setting a high bar. Setting a very, very high bar. Hang on one second. My bad. Auto is here. Bashal Tootin, Patty Mahomes, Jahmyr Gibbs, Roma Dunze, Chris Jones. Calvin Ridley to 99 on the auto. 4 on print for the Titans. Going to Andy. Not one we see that often. All right. Chuba, Lambjack, JT, Terrence Ferguson refractor, JCM refractor, and Abdul Carter. Anyone that's joining the room late, we're dropping the next one in 10 minutes, guys. Next one in 10 minutes, fresh case. CMC, Bucky Irving, Scary Terry, worthy to 149 for Kansas City, Billy Roberts, CJ Stroud refractor, Jalen Reed. I am going to need the phone after I'm done with the break. George Pickens, Dak Prescott, Kyle Hamilton, Josh Simmons refractor, Mike Evans, and Ashton Genty. Michael Penix Jr., Kyron Williams, Christian Gonzalez, Breece Hall, Shedeur Sanders, and Omar Norman Lott. Lad McConkey, Drake May, Darius Slayton, Devonta Smith, Joey B, and Jack Sawyer. 3 more packs. Nick Bosa, Mike Evans, Brock Bowers. Worthy again. This one's out of 425. Going again to Casey Billy, Amarion Hampton, Torrey Horton. All right, we're going to move Tesla down. BTJ, Amonra, Genty, out of 199, going to the Raiders. Dennis Sousa, JJ McCarthy, Ty Felton. All right, we got one more pack, guys. RPA incoming. Good luck. It's been an awesome break. See if we can end on one last banger. Nick Scourton, CeeDee Lamb, Bryce Young, Maserati Marv, Tesla. Bro, Giants again. Scat to 75 on the RPA, first on print. Bro, Andy, you need to buy yourself a lottery ticket. You really need to buy yourself a lottery ticket. As a Giants fan, I wish that I was the owner of that break. Jeez. Congratulations. All right. Let me get these put away, and we will take a picture. Giants. Generational break right there. Generational break. There was no Giants in the whole case. This break, they came out to play. They came out to play. All right, I'm going to take some close pictures on some of these. So, Dart. Scat. Mecca. And Cam, that whole bottom row. Absolutely filthy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Evan. Unfortunately, sometimes they get streaky and don't hit some of these teams. So I do apologize, but we do have opportunities throughout the rest of the day. Jesus, this camera keeps on spinning. All right, let's recap real quick, guys, because the next one's going live in 5 minutes. All right, Worthy to 425, Worthy to 149, JCM to 250, Nico to 399, Travis Hunter refractor. Hang on 1 second. Sauce Gardner to 425, Scat to 399, Amonra to 199, JD5 to 299, Genty to 199, Abdul Carter to 250, Banks Jr. to 125. Luther Burden to 175, Isaac Tesla to 250, Bo Nix to 75, Redemption Matthew Golden base auto. Calvin Ridley auto to 99. Cam Ward 8 on print out of 25 orange. Emeka Egbuka RPA 67 out of 125. Scat auto booking 75 out of 75. Scatterboo RPA booking number 1 out of 75. And Jackson Dart RPA 57 out of 75. And that is our break. Appreciate you all again, guys. 5 minutes until the next one drops. Baseball is live as well. Grab your teams in that. See you guys in a little bit. Peace.